Was the Argentina-Egypt game rigged? I say it depends. This is exactly why this game was so fascinating to me, not because it was a very exciting football game, but because what it teaches us about the human brain. If you go online, you'll find people passionately arguing that the game was unfair or that it was fair, and this is usually driven by emotion than objective evidence, and I don't like that. So I watched the game 3 times, and I try to analyze every major controversial call, and even made a PowerPoint myself, and my conclusion is that the biggest decisions were correct. But I'm not here to talk about football. There's plenty of people that do that. I'm here to talk about the neuroscience behind this. And what's fascinating is that if I want to, I could make a case that the game was unfair for Egypt. But if I really want to, I could also make a case that it was unfair to Argentina. And my challenge to you is that if you are convinced that it was rigged for Argentina, don't look for more people who agree with you, but go look for the strongest argument that it wasn't. It'll probably make you uncomfortable, yes, and that's a good thing because our thinking improves when we seriously consider evidence that challenges what we already believe. As a biostatistician myself, this is actually one of the best real-life examples of confirmation bias that I've ever seen. And that is once we form a belief, our brains naturally look for evidence that supports it and often ignore evidence that doesn't. So here's a habit that I think that we should all practice and something that I try to practice every day myself as a doctor. And that is whenever you're convinced that you're right, intentionally look for the strongest evidence against your own opinion. But be careful when doing that because it doesn't mean watching another influencer who already agrees with you. That's not research. Real research means asking questions. What's the original evidence? And could I be wrong? Because in a world that's flooded with information that we're living in right now, I think one of the most important skills that we can teach ourselves and our kids is not just how to find evidence, but how to challenge our own beliefs before challenging everyone else's.